short run too.
Yeah, sure. Shattered Empire was only 4 issues.
Yeah, your full times are Darth Vader, Star Wars.
That's it.
And that's it.
And that's 20%.
Yep.
20% of their
with
income,
the other side, but still.
and only 5% of their output at
Holy
Marvel Comics.
shit.
That's a good investment.
We talked about the other day on KSL. We did a whole weekend or winter movie preview, and they're like, "What is this movie going to do box office wise?" I go, "It's going to crush it.
It's going to do all the box office.
It's going to." I go, "I guarantee you, it's going to hit more than $2 billion."
But you know why? And this is something I was thinking about.
Because it's Star Wars.
No, because when the prequels came out, okay. Say what you will about them. Hate them, love them. I don't care.
I hate them.
Whatever.
But
there was
Star
there was a whole generation
that loved those.
That's not even what I'm getting to. There's a whole generation that grew up on the first movies that brought their kids to see the second the second set of prequels. Guess what? A lot of those kids have kids now.
Yes, exactly.
So 3 generations of people that are going to. Because my son, he doesn't have kids. Thank you. But
Get to it.
The fact remains, we have peers that we went to high school with who have grandchildren, and to think that
wow,
there could be 3 generations of kids going to see Star Wars movies.
You're absolutely right, though. But the thing is that I didn't like the prequels. I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm still a fan of the old ones. The fact that this is now the old ones plus, you can still have prequel history or whatever. But Han's in there. That's my Star Wars. That's what I want. So I'll be in there. So my generation's going in.
Yeah.
Younger generations,
prequel generation.
I didn't have prequel generation who liked the prequels also like the old ones, I would assume.
Yeah.
And so they're like, I'm coming in, and then you said,
you've also got your expanded universe, or not expanded universe people, but the people who just love the idea of Star Wars, like they love the Old Republic, even though there's not a single anybody from any of these movies in there, and they're like, yeah, it's thousands of years beforehand. I still love it because it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Well, what's been surprising to me is there's a decent percentage of the kids at the Sev that are excited about it, which surprises me because they're like,
Now, my son has never seen a single Star Wars because my son doesn't like to watch movies because there's too many rules involved.
He has to sit still for too long.
Exactly. No, this is a fact. But I've given him enough Lego Star Wars sets that he is legit excited to just go see this.
Yeah.
And so
does he watch regular cartoons?
He does, but
you would really, I would say, anybody who's got kids that don't necessarily want to watch the movies, show them Rebels.
Rebels.
Okay.
Rebels is just such an amazing cartoon, and
for an 8-year-old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, because one of the main characters is a kid, but also that it's so very Star Wars. Everything about it, even though they don't start bringing in characters from the movies until towards the end of the first season.
I wasn't a fan of Clone Wars.
Clone Wars started off shaky.
Yeah.
And the hardest part about Clone Wars is that it became some of the best Star Wars ever made. But after the second or third season. I mean, there were glimmers of it in the first season. There were glimmers of it in the second season. By the time it gets to the third season and it's Ahsoka and Chewbacca fighting off Trandoshan slavers on a planet, and you're like, ah!
And I found that the Clone Wars, that I thought it really had a great female fan base.
Yes, huge. Well, because Ahsoka Tano is an amazing
character. And it still does.
Yeah, it still does.
Well, because when Ahsoka shows up on Rebels, you're just like, oh, holy shit, she survived. I mean, she survived the Jedi Purge. She survives that 16 years in between. So what the hell when Luke's the only hope, right? Luke's the only hope. He's the last Jedi. And
so what happened to him?
Well, is she still technically a Jedi when you've got Kanan, who's
a Jedi.
A Jedi. You've got,
sort of a Jedi.
Sort of. I mean, he never went through the final trials.
That's the only sad thing about Rebels is, if Luke really is the only one, they're all going to die.
I've had this debate. I don't think they're technically Jedi. They didn't finish their final trials. So
I forgot about the Kanan comic. Actually, that's a full-time comic.
Yeah, and I was surprised by that.
Okay.
And,
yeah.
Oh my God! What a tragic comic.
I stopped reading it. I'm sorry.
Did you?
Yeah. I had to do some trimming, and I.
No, because the first issue ends. The whole first issue is him and his Jedi master. He's like 10. He's a Padawan, and him and his master. They're fighting off separatists, and they've got the clones with them. And the last page is Order 66, and his master getting gunned down and screaming, "Run!"
Yeah,
and then
Jesus,
I read the first two, and they're really good. But I had to trim
five issues in. It's basically him becoming a pirate, becoming a smuggler, and 5 issues in, the 2 clones that killed his master. He's like 14, 15 at this point. They track him down, and it's just heartbreaking because they're actually taking the really good elements from the prequels and saying, here's kind of how that played out.
Yeah.
And then that plays out again in Rebels because clones have now shown up on Rebels 16 years later. And they're just like, how did they survive? What did they do?
Yeah.
It's
that clone episode on Rebels?
Yeah.
With the AT-ATs?
And this is how you answer.
shit.
This is how you answer those stories too, though. You don't necessarily need to make a movie that answers all of these stories. Do it in your cartoons. Do it in your comics. Go to town, have fun, explain away.
All right, we've been doing a lot of Star Wars talk,
Star Wars.
so we gotta
I want to see.
I think it's
we gotta move. We gotta,
okay.
we gotta move forward. Do you want to talk
time
about
we're
this?
in.
I keep seeing the title and I'm like,
This is titled "The Dumbest Batman v Superman Rumor of All Time So Far."
Okay,
Oh,
let's
good.
hear it.
Let's do it. Oh,
So
I gotta hear this.
because we
I
talked
think I know
about
which one it is.
we talked about the Star Wars
Oh, yes.
rumor and how stupid it is.
All right, you
There's
guys
so
apparently know
many-
it. I don't know it.
no, it's stupid.
Okay,
We
If it's
we
the
come,
one I think it's the one. If it's the one I've seen, it's fucking stupid.
don't we
stupid.
come back to this
Dopey.
like every 6 to 9 months? Just calm the fuck down and
we
stop
do
the rumor mill
and
because
it has become almost our job now on
I
this
know,
show.
be-
But it's
because
fun
of
to talk about.
No,
Sure.
because of the Batman Superman things that are going on and the Star Wars things that are going on, we have to do a calm the fuck down almost every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it should be a weekly segment that we have.
It's
is
time for the
Calm
calm
us
the
day
fuck-
fucktown?
Yeah.
well,
calm us the fuck down segment.
it's like I told somebody who came into the restaurant wanted to talk. He wanted to start talking theories on Force Awakens. I was
Yeah.
like, no, stop.
Yeah.
I don't want to hypothesize anymore because
Don't kind of have fun with it.
I don't want to because one of you is going to be right.
I like.
So?
I
So
like-
then the surprise is gone.
No, I
No,
like.
it's
No, I
not.
like. I
Yes,
like
it is.
throwing out crazy theories like
It's like Nostradamus. You can put out a million fucking guesses out there. And you're like, oh, I got one right. Like that. Like it's still
Yeah,
fun.
but it's coming back to that whole. If I did not know that John Harrison was Khan before I got into that theater, I might not have hated Into Darkness.
But
as much as I did.
also remember that there are some people who can see through the bullshit.
Yeah.
But most people can't.
Sure.
Most people accept it as gospel. Like,
there are some people out there who actually think that Jar Jar's a Sith Lord thing is
Exactly.
actually true.
They think it's
Latina
true.
review is always right.
But this is the latest one, Batman v Superman rumor.
Let's hear this.
What if Ben
God.
Affleck's Batman isn't really Batman?
Yep, I've seen this one. I've seen this
What
one.
if?
What?
This shit
Because
is so
that's
stupid.
Because that's why you'd cast a huge star in that role.
Yeah.
Okay. This is
Why would it not be Batman?
this is what they're saying. This is the internet rumor.
He's Booster Gold.
You're close.
fucking close.
He
No.
picked up the wrong costume
The
at the
latest
dry cleaner.
The latest is that Ben Affleck isn't playing Bruce Wayne Batman. He's actually Slade Wilson,
yeah,
Deathstroke,
Yeah,
in
definitely.
disguise.
Oh, yeah.
so
And you know
fucking
what-
stupid.
And you know what they're basing this on? He did it once in a comic.
Yeah,
He
and
pretended to be
because they
Bruce
want,
Wayne
and,
in a
and this is what
comic.
they're saying is like, so that means that the Christian Bale Batman's still a thing.
That's,
you know
that's their
what?
thing. They're trying to make Christian Bale Batman still a
you know
thing.
what? You know what was a thing once in a comic? Once Deadpool showed up on a cruise that Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent were on, and Bruce Wayne and Deathstroke, or not Bruce Wayne, Deadpool and Deathstroke got in a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to happen in this too.
But that's the wrong universe.
So, but here's the thing: isn't Deathstroke? Isn't he in the Suicide Squad movie? Or am I thinking of
No,
Death?
he's
Deadshot.
No,
That's
Deadshot.
Deadshot.
Deadshot. Okay,
That's
that's different.
Deadshot.
All
Yeah,
right.
Deathstroke. The only reason why we even got Deathstroke on Arrow is because they hadn't greenlit all of these DC movies yet.
Yeah.
So
But why would you throw a mainstream audience into something like that? Huh?
You
Think-
wouldn't.
They
think
wouldn't
about
get
your-
it.
Yeah.
also, why
think
would
about
you?
yourself if you're Warner Brothers.
Also,
you know?
why would you have Ben Affleck on the set of all of your other DC movies playing Bruce Wayne or Batman? if he's
exactly.
Deathstroke.
Hey, speaking of DC, speaking of TV,
Yeah.
hey Arrow, you need to have John Constantine on every fucking week.
I haven't watched it yet.
Jesus Christ!
It was awesome.
Was it good?
See, here's the thing. All of these people who are saying that was so cool, I said, why the fuck
Fuck did
weren't
you watch this show?
Why
Where the
weren't you
fuck were
watching
you?
Constantine?
But was it?
Gosh.
Was the Arrow episode cool because Constantine was on it and because it was like the episode of Constantine, or was it just cool because they were all so fucking excited to have Constantine on Arrow? Because that was like Stephen Amell's big thing. He
Well,
wanted
here,
might have been, might
I'll
have been
tell you
both.
what.
Might have been both.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
For me, I'm just like I'm almost dropping out of Arrow.
Well,
I am close.
Hoodie is getting silly. Even the lighthearted Hoodie is still a little too much.
Right, and I'm just like, oh, so fucking stupid, right? Like I'm like, oh come on,
I want Diggle to
Like-
die so bad.
oh God, what a crybaby!
It's at the I don't know if I said this already, but at Austin Comic Con, every guy that walked up in an Arrow costume, I go, cool Arrow costume. Can you do me a favor? And they're like, yeah. I go, kill Diggle.
Kill Diggle.
And they're like, no. I go, yeah?
Yeah.
Him in that stupid fucking helmet. And they're like,
It's not even a helmet.
Actually,
they all go, yeah, it's pretty stupid.
You know what that helmet looks like? You know, like sometimes
Magneto?
No, when kids are born and they have misshapen heads. The thing that they put on.
He looks like a total asshole.
But
You know-
he's just a big fucking crybaby.
The problem they're having is that they keep giving what's the showrunner's name that started it?
Berlanti.
Yeah,
Yeah, Greg
Berlanti.
Berlanti. Every year he's getting a new project.
He's getting
Yeah.
something
and so
new to work
he's,
on.
he's
yeah.
moving farther and farther away
It's
from his baby.
just-
So Arrow, which he took a lot of risks with, then spun off to Flash. So he's on Flash, working on Flash. Now he's working on Supergirl, which is, oh my gosh, fantastic.
Whoa, we have a dissenter among us?
That
Well,
second episode sucked.
I didn't
listen,
see it. I
this
only
is
saw
what-
the
This is what I
pilot.
say
It
about
did.
Arrow. I could suspend my disbelief so much, right? But come the fuck on! Everybody in that fucking city are idiots because he just gets on TV and go, "Hey, that guy looks like the old Arrow. He sounds like the old Arrow, but he's like,
He's a Green Arrow.
he's like, I'm dead. I mean, he's dead.
I'm Green Arrow.
I'm changing my collar. Wait, I'm
No,
Green Arrow.
The arrow was
Everybody's
really
like-
short.
And everybody's like, oh, okay.
and Oliver Queen is running for
Yeah.
mayor.
Oh, when
I
that
was like, hey, that.
we were,
I'm your mayor.
Kat and I were staying at our good friend Andy Wilson's house while we were down there, and we were watching that. And right when it showed him like at the podium, he's like, "I'm Oliver Queen, and I'm running for." I go, "Fuck this! Are you kidding me?"
You know what? I would love to actually. Wow, I love it when I lose my train of thought. That's just
I'm
wild.
telling you, this is why I like that episode.
Okay.
First of all, that guy is just great.
He really
The
is.
guy
I
that
mean,
plays
he-
Constantine
he
is
Constantine,
money. He is
right?
dead on.
Exactly.
And every time they played his jaunty little music,
Yep.
you know, when he
Oh,
started
I
doing his
loved
spells
it.
and shit, and he just brought this.
I'm serious. Go back and
It
watch
just-
that show, you guys.
He brought
fell
joy
out of
to
it.
he brought joy to a show that feels just fucking joyless.
Joyless.
No, that's
And he brought some credibility to it too.
Yeah, he did.
That's.
Yeah.
I just remembered what I was thinking.
Okay.
If you stop thinking of Arrow as a superhero show,
Yeah.
and you start thinking of it as a superhero soap,
Exactly.
it's phenomenal because
I refer to all of these shows as Daddy's stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the
Oh,
thing:
yeah.
I'm not going to
And
stop.
the Flash
watching.
is fucking doing it right now.
Flash is
Shit.
doing it.
I'm
Here's the thing.
getting pissed with it.
Fucking King Shark.
When Arrow was by
motherfucker.
itself, it had its issues. It's getting better. We're kind of enjoying it. And then we got the Flash, and we're like, "Oh,
Oh, this
Oh,
is
this
how-
is what it could be.
that's what it should
This is
be."
what
Yeah,
it's
but,
supposed to be.
but the second season is kind of getting
But the
touchy-feely and
the
shit.
thing-
I'm
the
like,
thing with Arrow-
motherfucker, why?
What, Flash?
Arrow was
enjoying it.
burdened. Arrow was burdened with the CW formula. They had no choice. That whole first season, you see the CW all over.
Oh,
it.
yeah, for
I don't
sure.
wanna
Second
wait
season, they start going, "Oh, you guys don't want to do the CW formula? Oh, it works better with, hey, how about some Solomon Grundy?
Yeah.
We're not going to call him that." Then Flash starts doing the whole, "Oh, we'll call them by their goofy ass names from the
Yeah, yeah.
comics."
Yeah, and as far as Supergirl goes, here's what I think is happening because I think it's happening with me.
Yeah.
I can see what it is,
Yeah.
and that it's great for what it is.
Sure.
but what it is probably not for us.
I
don't-
love that show.
I don't know. The first episode.
I mean, just you and me.
I absolutely adored the first episode.
It was great.
And the second
And
episode.
the second episode,
there's
yeah.
some good stuff in there, but like the shit where she's like,
I mean, I'll keep watching.
she's trying to like hide her shit. She's like, "Oh, I was laughing about a cat video or something." I was like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, why can't you just be
I
serious?"
know a 15-year-old who's finally interested in superhero TV
Yeah.
shows.
See, that's what
I
I'm
love
doing.
it.
No,
I
I'm
think
not
it's-
saying it's terrible.
For
I'm
what-
not.
yeah,
I'm not folding my
it's
cards
great.
yet. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Now-
And I'll
it
keep
wasn't
watching.
as strong as the
I'm
first
its
one.
Target, and I fucking love it.
And you love it. Okay,
Like
yeah.
that part where she's trying to save the boat and fucking tears it in half. I'm like,
Oh, that was funny.
that was great.
Yeah.
That's because she just doesn't know. She's
I
so-
just-
I think is it Melissa Benoist? What's her last name?
the girl's name.
Cutie Magoo.
something like that.
Whatever.
Cutie McCoo.
She is so. I've been using the word sincere a lot this week since that Peanuts movie, but she is so sincerely invested in the character
Yeah.
of Kara Danvers.
Well, dude,
I'm not out.
And they're bringing in Max Lord. Yeah,
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
next
They're bringing
episode.
in. They're also bringing in
Yeah.
Toy Man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta
Max
start
Lord.
watching this one now.
So they're bringing in a lot of the DC library.
Oh, and we saw Parasite
Well,
on,
gonna be
the
there.
big screen. We saw
And-
Parasite on the big
Hell
threat
gram
board.
it, man. They
And
ran hell gram it.
Don't forget, we still got Legends of Tomorrow
Oh,
coming down the
shit.
pipe. They've resurrected What's her face?
Oh God! When
Butt
they did
chin.
that, she's sitting there
Yeah,
barking
butt
like a
chin.
goddamn dog. I was like, "Shut up!"
Yeah, but
And then you
but
find out in the last episode when Felicity has Mr. Terrific, whatever his real name is, decode that last audio file.
Wait, is he? I haven't. I'm not fully caught up. Is Mr. Terrific the white version or the black version?
Black version.
Yeah, the real version.
This is
Yeah.
the gay guy, right?
Yeah.
the gay-
Her-
he's the gay
That's
dude.
Mr. Terrific?
Yeah, it's
I
Mr.
think so.
I
Terrific.
didn't even realize.
Someone
that.
told, I didn't realize until someone
No,
told
because
me.
I was really distracted